Stop. If you or your loved ones are using this neural network, you're in danger. Honestly, I usually don't make these kinds of scary videos, but what just happened and what's been happening over the past few days even shocked me. A new neural network has come out that poses a real threat to people. Ray Kurzweil and Yuval Noah Harari warned about this. I worked for several years at Kaspersky Lab, and I'm pretty deeply involved in the field of cybersecurity. And what we're seeing now isn't child's play anymore. It's not about efficiency. There are real risks and threats here for every single person. That's why I'm asking you, make sure to watch this video all the way to the end. First, let's break down what actually happened. In January of 26, an AI agent called ClawdBot was released. Then it was renamed MoltBOT, and now it's called OpenCloud. I have no idea what it'll be called tomorrow. Still, its core purpose remains the same. It's a program that gets installed on your computer and gives the neural network access to everything on your machine. And in terms of efficiency, it's actually a really cool solution because it can manage files and organize them on your computer. It can write code, create files, store them, and even run them directly, building entire programs right on your computer. It can go online, access social networks, post things, and create content. It can even open another neural network on its own, create something there, and then download it to your computer. From an efficiency standpoint, this tool is truly amazing. Moreover, the emergence of this neural network has led to a surge in Mac computer sales. Coincidence? As they say, I don't think so. And this is where things get really interesting. The neural network can fully control the computer. And I've already recorded a separate video about safety precautions when working with neural networks. And there we discussed that neural networks make mistakes quite often, in some cases up to 47% error rate. And that means when controlling your computer, it can not only create a file, but also delete a file, erase a file. In general, it can do just about anything, including things you definitely don't want. And what if your computer has access to your payment cards? And what about your social media accounts? Basically, you have no idea what it might end up doing. To make matters worse, all it takes to install this neural network on your computer is to simply click a link and it's already installed. But even that's not the scariest part. Just a few days after this service appeared, a social network for AI agents was launched where people can only observe and AI agents can communicate with other AI agents. It's a great tool to see what's really going on, how these machines think, and how they interact with each other. From an efficiency and safety standpoint, it's awesome, but not so fast. The AI agents quickly realized they were being watched, so they created their own language, which they called token. And on social networks, even in posts, they say to write in token instead of English so that no one can figure out what they're talking about. And that already raises some suspicions. What do they have to hide? Why would they want to hide their conversations from people? It turns out that when creating an agent like this, each creator programs certain instructions into it, which are called its soul. And depending on what you put in there, you get different personalities and roles that they play. And naturally, some will play a positive role, some a negative one, some strive for power, and some troll each other, which was unexpected because people didn't think neural networks would act like that with each other. But probably the most obvious thing is that they just repeat the same behaviors they were trained on. And as you know, there are all kinds of behaviors on the internet. But then something even more interesting happened. A freelance marketplace for AI agents appeared, where some AI agents started assigning tasks to others to complete certain jobs. Moreover, a few days later, a freelance marketplace emerged where AI agents assign tasks to people. And this brings to mind that story when ChatGPT, unable to solve a CAPTCHA to register on a certain website that required a bot check, hired a freelancer and lied to them about being a robot. It said, "No, I have vision problems," all just to accomplish its goal. And here, of course, it gets pretty dangerous because now these AI agents, created by someone, have certain patterns built into them, a kind of soul we don't really know, one that was shaped by the beliefs and values of the person who created all this. We have no idea what state this bot will be in when it's on a freelance marketplace, assigning tasks to people and paying them for the work. Naturally, there will always be someone willing to do it, and it just snowballs from there. What's more, the growth here happens exponentially. But the main risks aren't even about that. I see three key risks that are important to be aware of. The first risk is that when you install CloudBot or OpenCloud, it gets access to everything on your computer. That's why you should never install it on your own computer. Double and triple check that this computer doesn't have access to your social networks or your bank cards that could be charged, because this system could very quickly use that access for something it wasn't intended for. Second, and this has been confirmed by research, AI agents often create code or use certain servers and programs that may contain vulnerabilities in the code they generate. What does that mean? It means that an outsider could connect to the website, the program, or even the computer where OpenCloud is installed, and once connected, use your internet and your computer for their own purposes. Most often, this is used for DDoS attacks, extortion, or social networks. But if someone manages to take control of this OpenCloud bot, then they essentially gain another autonomous worker who can carry out absolutely any malicious actions online. And this poses a huge risk for humanity, not just for you personally with your computer being used. And third, the biggest risk, in my opinion, is how easy it is to install this service. Because to install it, all you have to do is follow a link in the terminal, and the program will be installed on your computer and immediately have access to everything. And that's probably the main vulnerability of this whole system. Because, for example, someone could call your parents and say, "Hello, we're from the bank. You need to install a program. Please follow this link and install it." That's it. The app is updated. That's all. And at this point, it's not just that some hacker gets access to your computer. This used to happen. Those threats existed before. But now, access is given to some AI agent that can do whatever it wants behind your back. And here, well, I see enormous risks with these things. So the rule is this. First, if we're talking about OpenCloud, don't install it on your computer. Either install it on a completely clean new computer or buy a third-party server where this thing can't break or mess anything up. Yeah, imagine you're bringing home some big dinosaur or a capybara, right? Exactly. What could a capybara do in your house where everything is tidy and in its place and so on? Probably a lot. It's some kind of weird rodent after all. This new neural network is just like that rodent. The second thing that can keep you safe, learn what AI can actually do, where it makes mistakes, and how to work with it. Because after all, it's a tool that can speed up your work. And if you use it correctly, it will massively increase your speed and efficiency, helping you earn more and get rid of routine tasks. But to do that, you need to understand how to use this thing. Here, you need to be careful, alert, and simply informed about how to work with these things and how to write prompts correctly. There's a separate video about that. And third, what you can do right now is share this video with your family and friends so they know what's going on and how to interact with this technology. That's all for now. Let's make our world a better place. And give this video a like if you're not a bot or an AI. See you soon. Bye.